Tell everybody I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. With blue skies ahead, yes, I'm on my way. And there's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Tell everybody I'm on my way. And I'm loving every step I take. With the sun beating down, yes, I'm on my way. And I can't keep this smile off my face. 'Cause there's nothing like seeing each other again, no matter what the distance between. And the stories that we tell will make you smile. Oh, it really lifts my heart. So tell them all I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. And to sleep under the stars, who could ask for more? With the moon keeping watch over me. Not the snow, not the rain can change my mind. The sun will come out, wait and see. And the feeling of the wind in your face can lift your heart. Oh, there's nowhere I would rather be. 'Cause I'm on my way now, well and truly. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way Tell everybody I'm on my way. And I just can't wait to be there. Just can't wait to be there. Skies ahead, yes, I'm on my way. With nothing but good times to share. So tell everybody I'm on my way. And I just can't wait to be home. Just can't wait to be sunbeaming down. Yes, I'm on my way. And nothing but good times to show. I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way.
You know, probably the thing that excites me most of Panama is rekindling relationships that we've built throughout the years, and seeing the smiles on the children's faces, and it's a humbling experience. It really is, and to receive a hug from a child that don't know you, to having people tell you God bless you, and while you're here to serve them, it's just a humbling experience. He wants us to walk away with a servant heart. I don't think any of us have to be a preacher. We don't have to be well versed in Scripture. We don't have to be a deacon, an elder, teacher, or whatever. We just have to be willing to serve and get our hands dirty, and I think that's what He wants to accomplish with us, and to see us have our hearts broke a little bit as well, and realize that how fortunate we are, and it's our opportunity to give back.
You stumble through your days, Got your head hung low, your sky's a shade of gray, like a zombie in a maze. You're asleep inside, but you can't shake awake, 'cause you're just a dead man walking, thinking that's your only option. But you can flip the switch and brighten up your darkest day. Sun is up and the colors blinding. Take a world and redefine it. Leave behind your narrow mind, you'll never be the same. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light, let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive. I see it in your eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face, afraid to step outside, so you lock the door. But don't you stay that way.
No more living in no shadows. You and me, we know how that goes.
'Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never, never be the same.
Little bit of light is shining, bright enough to keep on shining.
You can prove there's more to you. You cannot be afraid. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light, let it burn so bright. Reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide. You're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in, 'cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. So come alive. Come on, come on, come in, come on.
To anyone who's bursting with a dream,
Come on, you hear the call. To anyone who's searching for a way to break free. And the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in, 'cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open.
Some days life feels perfect, other days it just ain't working. The good, the bad, the right, the wrong, and everything in between. Yo, it's crazy, amazing. We can turn our heart through the words we say. Mountains crumble with every syllable. Hope can live or die. So speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken hearted. Watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope. You speak love, you speak life. Oh, 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 oh. You speak life. Oh, 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 oh. Some days the tongue gets twisted, other days my thoughts just fall apart. I do, I don't, I will, I won't. It's like I'm drowning in the deep. Well, it's crazy to imagine words from my lips as the arms of compassion. Mountains crumble with every syllable. Hope can live or die. So speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken hearted. Watch You speak life with the words you say. Raise your thoughts a little higher. Use your words to inspire. Joy will fall like rain when you speak life with the things you say. Lift your head a little higher. Spread the love like fire. Hope will fall like rain when you speak life with the words you say. So speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun will shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken hearted. Watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope. You speak love, you speak. You speak life. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Some days life feels perfect. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see.
I'd say my favorite memory from the trip, and one that I'll never forget, is going to Bibiana's house once they got the walkway done, and just her whole family being so open and loving towards us. And they hadn't met us before, but they just welcomed us in like family. And just with them cooking, I know they don't have a lot, but just the fact that they cooked lunch for us was a big deal. And just the fellowship that we shared with them, and just seeing how grateful they are. And they just were very welcoming, and just Bibiana was so happy. You could tell she's, you know, shy, but she just was smiling so big, and she was very just hugging us and just showing a lot of love towards us. And that is a big deal. Definitely, that's something that me and the rest of the family will never forget.
Whenever I sent out glasses, like, it was just really cool. Like, they would read the chart, and I'd give them like what power And I just put them on and go, oh, like that, like lejos, like I can see far. And like one of the guys that I worked with the construction side, they're like, te amo mi hermano, it's like means I love you, brother. And it was really awesome. And like I want to do that for the rest of my life. And so it's like a really good beginning and a good way to see like that I really do want to do that for the rest of my life.
I think my special memory is when we went to deliver the totes full of food to the houses, because you don't really see how the people live until you see their houses, because on the streets and stuff they look all nice and cleaned up, but once you see their houses, that's how they truly live. Like when we went to that one guy's house that was in the car accident and he was in a wheelchair, he was disabled, and he literally lived in a shack and like had dirt floors. It was really eye-opening and humbling for me, and I'll probably always remember that.
My special memory about the trip is working with the men in Panama, like the older men, and being able to spend time with them and like being able to bond with them. And then like on the last day at church, or them walking up to you and giving you a hug and saying mi hermano, which means my brother. So that was pretty cool.
My favorite memory would have to be when I got to talk to Rosemary, which is the girl my mom and dad sponsored for so many years. And I got to FaceTime my mom and dad while I was talking with her, so she got to talk to them too. And it was really cool because they were excited to talk to her, and then she was excited to show her daughter to my parents, and so that was really cool. And then after, when I hung up the phone, she was like, I still have a photo that your parents sent me so many years ago, and she still keeps it, so I thought that was so special. And she's really thankful for them, so yeah.
I think my special memory was just spending time with the kids and seeing how happy they got to see us and like help them with their crafts and everything.
Okay, my special or favorite memory would be at the church the last day that we were there, when the kids gave us the gifts because they have nothing, and like yet they gave us the gifts. And then like when the church prayed over us, like that was so huge because you could definitely feel like God in there. And he had been there all week, but like it was in that moment I was like, wow, like God's truly here. So that's my favorite memory.
My favorite probably was getting to hear the kids sing and watch them do all their crafts and watch them memorize the Bible verses. It was really cool that we got to go in and teach them all that, and they were able to remember it, and we were able to interact with them that way even though we had a language barrier.
My favorite memory is probably a combination of two things. It's one, just watching our teens and people from our group just step up and just do whatever they needed to do. But the excitement of the kids that were running towards our bus that day, and the fact that the kids came to school on a day that they didn't have school and just wanted to be there and wanted to learn about God, was just really awesome that they wanted to know more about God every day.
It's kind of hard to narrow down my favorite memory, but I think basically all day Saturday was just super cool for me, and it was fun getting to ride around with Oscar and Nydia and their boys, because they're like a second family to me, and it was cool just getting to laugh and joke around with them. But while we were doing that and passing out the totes to the different families, we went to some guy's house, and we had sang the song, The Love of God is Big, in Spanish all week long to the little kids, and it was so much fun seeing the kids like interact with it and everything. But whenever we gave the tote to this guy, we started singing that song, he just started crying. And it was just cool because like even though the song speaks to little kids, it also, even though it's just, you know, a few words, it means a lot to that man, and it's true. It was just cool getting to see the correlation between us passing around the totes and how, you know, how they can see God's love through what we were doing.
I really like the bond that I made with everyone while I was there, even the people that we were with already, like with the church, but even the people that I worked with to build like the sidewalk and the fence that we were doing. I just feel like I'll always remember them, even though I really couldn't understand them. It was still just, they were really cool and always kind of fun to work with.
My special memory is just how grateful kids are and how appreciative they are for everything we did for them, and how grateful they are.
How they don't take advantage over the materials and different things that we do on a regular basis, and that they use materials that we would never think to use in like different ways. It's pretty cool.
I would say the most meaningful thing for me would be the kids, how loving they were. When we went to the schools, and it was like we were coming into their territory, and normally I would be already on the defense if some random people were coming into my school. I think going into their school and them just hugging us and them being like, come on, let's go. And we got to do crafts with them, and just the love that everybody shared with us. And I think one thing that's going to stick with me forever is just how loving everybody was, because like you're going to go home and you're going to get back into the swing of things, and your brother's going to annoy you, or your family's going to get on your nerves, and you're going to think back to this time and you're going to think, oh my gosh, like these kids don't have what I have, and they're so graceful about it, and they're so peaceful and loving. And so I can be that way too when I have this kind of stuff, you know. And so I think it's just made a huge impact on me as far as that goes, and loving others well, and loving others not just halfway, or you know, that kind of thing. Loving others wholeheartedly, just like Jesus did.
Holy, 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 holy. The Lord is holy and worthy to receive our praise. Holy, 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 holy. Let us exalt his name, lift up our hearts. Behold, the King is holy. Holy, holy is the Lord. Worthy, the pure and holy Lamb is worthy to receive our praise. Worthy, 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 worthy. Let us exalt his name, lift up our hearts. Behold the Lamb, he's worthy. Worthy, worthy is the Lord. Jesus, 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 my Jesus. Your name is holy and worthy to receive our praise. Jesus, 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 Lord Jesus. Let us exalt your name, lift up our hearts. Behold, our King is Jesus. Jesus, Jesus is the Lord. Jesus. is the
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. And I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't